Hi everyone, it's great to see you. So last year I released a video on the best free roam on Assetto Corsa, but to be honest, I've seen so many more and so much more content in the last 6 months that I thought I'd put together a video of my favourite free roam tracks at the beginning of 2021. All the links will be in the description below, and to do this I'm going to tour around the world in this awesome KUNOS Ferrari 250 GTO. If you are new here, it's great to see you. Check out the rest of the channel and hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And remember guys, clicking on that notification button and that like button really help me out with YouTube and for you to get notified of all my latest videos 3 times a week. Okay then, let's jump right in. Where else to start then but SHUTOKO in Japan. Based in Tokyo, this is a number of highways all mashed together to give you an awesome free roam experience. This is over 100 miles of track. Not only do you get this great free roam experience, there is an enormous community around this track, so you can jump on servers and either free roam or race with people all around the world. As you can see here as well, one of my favourite pastimes at the moment is two-way traffic on these Tokyo highways, motorbikes, lorries, cars, racing around, illegal street racing. It is so much fun. So take a look at this gameplay. This is SHUTOKO, an absolute must download. After the busyness of the Tokyo highways, now we've got something completely different. Now this is actually quite a new mod, it's only been out for a few months in this present state and I've only just started exploring it, but this is just to give you a taster. So this is GLENSHIEL. Now GLENSHIEL is absolutely huge. As you can see on the bottom left hand corner, I've got a little map icon up there and it just shows you how big this map is. Apparently there's over 1,000 kilometers of road and tracks on this map, so there is so much to explore. If you do want any more information and more detailed information on this awesome track, that sim racing bloke, search him up on YouTube, did a great VR guide to this a few weeks ago and it really is worth watching. So this is GLENSHIEL. I have got so much exploring to do on here. There are lots of Easter eggs and lots of things to find apparently. So this is another afternoon whiling away with this awesome graphics on Assetto Corsa. Next up is FUJIMI KAIDO. This is in Fuji, so again we're racing around the world. Now this has got 14 layouts including free roaming, point to point, and as well as a great cruising and free roam track, it's also great for all of those drifting. I'm not a drifter, I've tried on my channel, I'll hold my hands up. But if you are into drifting and you've not got this track, it came out a few years ago, absolutely worth downloading. And for everybody else, it's just a great track to cruise around. There's some great sightseeing in here as well. And actually the way they've built this track, it's just really great for a relaxing drive. Do also remember guys, on all of the tracks that I'm showing you today, I'm only showing you a very small snippet. I would have to do 100 videos to show you everything that's in all of these tracks today. There is a lot to see, a lot of Easter eggs, and a lot of roads to race on. Next up is ACP QUATTRO Europe, or Assetto Corsa Pursuit QUATTRO Europe. Again, this is 4 different maps put together to create an awesome free roam experience. There are lots of servers and a massive community around ACP as well, and I'll drop in their Facebook link in the description. This is a great track just to cruise around or to race around, and I know on the servers they do both, so do check this out. And again, this is one of those little gems that I didn't really see for a few months, and I finally picked it up, and as you can see, the way it's all put together and connected, absolutely great. Runs really well as well. We're now on our way back to Japan, so this is Sun City. This is another map that I had not seen until recently. Now it is a very early map, it's at Alpha 0.1, and I will also say that this is a very intense map. Even just driving around it, just in my car on my own, I was getting some CPU issues with my 2600 Ryzen. So a word of warning, but if you let it load up and let it settle down, it's not too bad at all. As you can see, it's full of an enormous amount of detail, and if you do actually go on the map and go outside the car and zoom right up into the sky, you will see just how huge this is. This has got tens of kilometers worth of track and road for you to drive around. What I also like is the detail that they've actually put within the map. So there's tunnels, as you can see here, there's lots of things at the side of the roads, cars parked, etc. But all of the buildings are really cool, and they've really captured the look and feel of this location. And of course, if you do ever get a little bit tired, there's always somewhere just to pull in and to get a can of Diet Coke or some refreshments. Absolutely fantastic. Next, we're off to Canada, and this is Lake Louise, another one of my favourites. Now, I did feature this in the video last year, but I have revisited it, and it's got a great set of features, this map. Not only is it huge at 23 kilometers, but it's also got 6 different tracks, so there are lots of ways that you can drive around this. There is a great community around this map also, so again, the link is in the description. This one is more for a leisurely cruise, but I do love the scenery. It is absolutely beautiful, and do have a play with the weather effects and the lighting effects on this map. It really does make an enormous difference. Another great map that I featured last year was GLENCOE, and this is still on my favourite drive list. And again, I'm just showing you small snippets of these. This is a huge map. So GLENCOE is 78.5 kilometers. Lots of Easter eggs, lots of things to explore, lots of little tracks to drive up. Again, this is one to change the weather on and to get the rain coming down. It looks really cool. These open world maps, we have to remember, are on a driving game that is effectively a track driving game. Absolutely great by the modders, and do remember when you do grab these mods, if you can say thank you to the modders, do that. There are a number of these free roam tracks based in Scotland, and you can see why. Some stunning scenery, some of the best scenery you will see anywhere. After GLENCOE, it's a small skip over the border to Teesside in northern England for this map, which is High Force. This is 50 kilometers, and you can see the loop in the bottom left hand corner. There's some awesome tracks in northern England. Now I will say I've driven a lot of roads like this in northern England, and this mod is awesome. If you do want to know what it's like to drive in the UK, apart from in the cities and the big towns, this is effectively what a lot of it looks like. Really great scenery. This map runs incredibly well. As I said, over 50 kilometers, and it's great for racing or just for cruising around. So big shout out to the modder on this one. So this is High Force in Teesside, northern England. And finally then, before you all shout at me, the last one on my favourite list at the moment is LA Canyons. Now this is a very small part of LA Canyons. LA Canyons is another huge track, 42 kilometres. There are 16 different variations to this. Some of them are a paid for mod, you do need to be aware of that, but most of them are free, and you can certainly get a ton of enjoyment out of this without paying for this mod, just on the free versions. Here I've got some traffic on there as well. There are a lot of two-way traffic mods on here, and with the new CSP settings and the spawn settings, you can have some great races through the traffic in these canyons. This is where I'm going to stop today. This is where the sun is. I know a lot of people that have actually driven this. Do check out D-Max on YouTube, just search him up. He's got an awesome motion rig that he's built from scratch, and he does some great videos on some of the old American cars, and I chat to him quite often, and he's actually driven this and says it's one of the best experiences he's ever had. Owned some awesome cars in the 60s and 70s. That's the end of my tour then around the world. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end on my favourite here, which is SHUTOKO with the traffic. I'm sure there's an accident coming up. Do remember guys, if you are new here, click on that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you on board. And do check out the rest of the channel for all guides and tutorials, especially on Assetto Corsa. See you soon guys.